Good grief, man. Let's see. Let's get a poll going here. Pick your divisions carefully. You're going for the full size again today. Keep tying when we just can't win one. Hey, Craig, what's up, man? I'm a little behind. I'm trying to just finish these last few things here. But I definitely need music in my ear. Brett, East Coast, Sean Monahan is our last spot. It's a $16, one of the solos. Sean Monahan, Blue Jackets, Fanatics Premium for $16. This is our last two from this series too. So that's, I guess we had higher solos in the last series because we did more boxes. We ended up kind of killing the series a little bit more than this time, but other people bought more than they did last time. So I did see that, so I didn't know if he was going to hold if you were going to hold Forsberg and he was going to take the half off spot, or if he's going to keep Forsberg and you'll take the half off spot. The problem is I swear there should be another player on there, but maybe there's just one less player, and I didn't. Because if I go back and look, hold on, let me see here. Oh, there goes my family home. Just claim Yankees on Facebook. I did get that. I just barely updated it. Let me make sure. Don't ask me why they didn't get claimed until then, but that's just. Yeah, I've got you, Chad. That might be a different YouTube account for you, Chad, but now I know that's you. I got you on Yankees. But let me go back and look. So on the 4th, I had it right. So whoever had them on, no, on the 2nd, I had them right. Whoever had on the 4th, I owe you a credit. That would have been Brian. So Brian, I owe you 15 for a credit from the last time.
Hey, Dad.
What's up, dude?
I just got back from Coon's house.
Is Mom home?
No.
Okay, you want to just hang out upstairs? She should be home in a little bit. You want to just hang out upstairs and watch a movie?
Can I play on my iPad?
Yeah, upstairs you can. Lock the doors, please, dude.
I already did.
Jason, I think he's saying that he didn't want to trade you someone that didn't exist, so he's going to keep the half off spot. You keep Forsberg. I'll still try to trade it for you. But let me just look really quick here. So 2-2. I shouldn't waste your guys' time doing this now, but 2-2 I had it right, and there was 44 names. Yeah, so somewhere along the line, it'll be annoying if we pull a name that's not listed because I dropped one off somewhere, but I'm not going to worry about it for now. So Jake is going to take the half off spot. Jason, you have Forsberg still. No, that's not doing what I want to. So let's do this. Forsberg. And then we'll try to trade it still for you if you want to. And then Jake's just got the half off spot up there. Sheeshal, what you doing? Hold on 1 second. I was going to do the type for the black bag too. I'm just trying to figure out what guess I want to do for it. Hold on. Yeah, I'll mention it when we get there as well, but. Okay, I'll do that. Sure, we'll do that. To make it easier, I'll make it semi-harder. I have a player in the black bag. Oh, you got it. I'll message you, and then you can guess after. I have a player in the black bag. There's our black bag guess. Okay, we've still got multiple spots open. Let me type those up here. I apologize, guys. I'm a couple minutes behind because I was trying to figure out what I did with East Coast. These are our final two, so we should be fine, and then new series starts on Wednesday. We have, so Yankees got claimed by Chad. Gotcha, Chad. I saw your payment roll through, too. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 5 spots left in the HB baseball bat. Pick one, random 1, 22 per 1 spot left in the HBLE Elite NFL card. Pick one, random 1, 22 per. And then Brett said he'd take Monahan. Got you, Brett. So 16 for Mr. Monahan. Let me just quickly organize this. I'll show my screen so you guys know who's left in the cards. Chris, KC got claimed a little bit ago. I will show you my screen here so you can look at who's available. There we go. I got it updated. So we had Baltimore Yankees. So 5 left in the bat and 1 left in the card. We're closed here. We're closed here. We're closed here. So almost there. We'll hang on here for a second. There's no dollar breaks. We're not running that today. We did have 2 roulettes. The full-size ran. The hockey still has about half the spots left in it. I'll show a picture of it at some point tonight just so you can see some of the options. I think I added Sebastian Aho and a Reebok, which is a fun one. Anyways, 1 left in the NFL card, 5 left in the bat. I'll read the bat teams off here in just a second. I was trying to see if I could figure out who McMichael, Keller, Giroux, Chelios, Hasek, Belfour. It was this one. Keller, Taves, Hasek. I don't know what I did. They're all there. Clayton Keller's there. There should be an even number, which we have, but it's including a name that's gone. So I don't know what I did. I must have deleted the wrong name on one of the lists. And now that we're talking about it, it'll end up being 44 here, 40 there. Well, we're getting these. Yeah, it did, but then it somehow made it back into my randoms. That's why I'm so confused. That's the mystery here. So Jason should have a different random, but he's just gonna, or I guess Jake should have a different random. Aaron, Gainey, Russ, Chelios, Giroux, Keller, Taves. Taves hit. That's right. That's why. Hasek, Belfour, Merzlikins, Kane, Forsberg. Just give me 10 seconds, guys. Kyrou, Carlson. Did I get rid of Carlson when Carlson didn't hit? Have we pulled John Carlson, guys? Is that the magic one? Jordan Kyrou, Marchenko hit, Recchi, whatever his name is, Sundin. I think I got rid of John Carlson. Somehow he got off my list. That's what it is. Okay, so Jake, what I'll do is I'll give you the chance. I'm either going to sell them for $16 or you can have them as your random. It would be 2 capitals. But if not, I'm just going to list them as a solo. So if you want John Carlson, and the funny part is he's usually claimed. Was he on the list of names to claim today? That would be an issue if he wasn't. That's the last thing I'm looking at, and we'll get rolling here, guys. Because that should have been the random that was thrown in there, and it wasn't. He was claimable, so that should have been a random. It just wasn't on the list. So it's going to go to Jake up here. He did not get claimed. If he was off the list and was not claimable, then I would have done that differently. But that's what we're going to roll with. So, okay. So you got two Capitals as your players there, Jake. If you still want to trade Carlson for Forsberg, you can do that. Jason says, I'll take Forsberg. If you guys want to do the trade still, totally fine with me. Let me just really quickly look at who's been claimed on the bat since I saw a few of those. Kansas City card. Did you ever claim on our team there, Chris? Oh, perfect, Thomas. I'm getting yours out in the morning, so I've got a note on my little sheet here. Mets in the bat. Been one of those days, guys, where I feel like I just cannot catch up, and this is a good little example of that. We'll get right there, though. This is not much later than we would be anyway. Cubs is 12. At least I figured it out, huh? No. Trey Carlson works. Sure, okay. So we're going to do Carlson. And back to having Forsberg. So that works out like it would have anyways. Okay, we are down to 3 spots left in the bat. We're closed on the football card. It's our last football card for now. I went and looked for another Elite Series. They only had singles. I prefer to get a case. I almost bought singles, but I'm going to wait because we're going to replace the card with either a hockey mini helmet or a baseball mini helmet, batting helmet for the next few weeks, and then we'll come back to cards. But I want to buy a case if I can, so I'll look for the next series once it comes out. I'll run these randoms for the card here in just a second. Let me read off who's left in the bat. We need 3 left, 3 more to be claimed, and then that won't be closed. This is a pick one random one. You get 2 teams for 22. Teams that are left still in baseball: Arizona, Boston, Chicago White Sox, Cleveland, Colorado, Houston, Los Angeles Angels, Miami, Minnesota, Oakland, Philly, Pittsburgh, San Diego, San Francisco, St. Louis, Tampa, Texas, Washington. Some great teams still left there. 3 will close us, but let's run the randoms on the card here first. Thank you, detectives, for helping me find John Carlson there. I greatly appreciate it. Larry, you probably claimed the White Sox and I missed it. Maybe you didn't. I thought I saw another bat claim and I missed it, but maybe not. Okay, I didn't miss it. So 2 left in the bat. Larry's taking White Sox. 7 times here on this one, guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Baltimore through Pittsburgh. I won't read off the teams until we get to this break, but if you see them and you want to put something up for trade, go right ahead. Okay, so we've got White Sox, 13 going to Larry. I'll check these payments later, obviously, guys. That's why they're not going to be highlighted for now. White Sox. AJ taking St. Louis. Thanks, AJ. Good luck to you. So 1 left on the bat. I'll just hang out for a second here until we get this last one claimed. Then I'll run those randoms, and then we can just kind of go through stuff. The 2 guesses today. This, remember, our bounty, I think pretty sure we tied on Wednesday, so this is a full-size bounty. When I'm keeping it the same helmet we've had, in addition with the, you can still pick the jerseys, Hester, Theismann, the mini Revis. But we're gonna keep an amp option out there. So Chris Olave amp. If the bounty hits tonight, winner can choose between Olave amp or some of the other items. So we'll keep it out here somewhere, but not on the table so people don't get confused. So that's what you're voting for in the bounty. That's why I said choose wisely. If you lose, we'll go back to the minis and jersey by itself. If you win, someone will win it. If you tie, maybe I'll upgrade the full size or give another option. I don't know. The other guess is picking a player that has led the league in receptions at least once since the year 2000. 1 left in the bats. We'll close this. I'll run those randoms, and then we'll just get rolling. I appreciate you guys jumping in today. Super Bowl was kind of meh for the first 3 quarters. Some records set in the 4th quarter. I needed that Kenneth Walker touchdown to not be called back by holding to win some money. I had the over, which looked horrible until the last little bit. Just, you know, Craig, appreciate you closing us with the Red Sox. A couple big teams hanging out till the very end. But congrats to any Seahawks fans in here. That they looked like the most dominant team going in, and they kind of finished that way. Defense was incredible for the majority of the game. Drake May couldn't even get the ball out of his hands. He was pressured on every play, it felt like. Okay, let's run these randoms. We'll do the bat first. So let's run these. We'll read the teams, and then we'll start with the bat. We'll go to East Coast next. Football card third, Radke fourth, which is a brand new double case. Big Al's fifth, and then we'll do some live fills tonight. 3-boxer live fill, Radke live fill, some licensed jerseys as well. Let's go back over here, and let's get rolling. Yep, keep guessing wide receivers that led the league in receptions at least once since the year 2000. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Our bat randoms. Angels on top, Washington on bottom. Making sure that's not. Nope, that is not a message. That is don't forget to place your bid message. All right, let's read off the baseball teams. We have bats 1 and 3 left. We already opened 2 in the middle. Scott, you've got Atlanta, Los Angeles Angels, Seattle, and San Francisco. Brad, you had Cincy, Oakland, Dodgers, and Pittsburgh. David L., Detroit, San Diego, scorching Milwaukee, Cleveland. Larry K., Toronto, Texas. Jonathan R., you had Kansas City, Arizona. Also down here, Cubs and Minnesota. Brian, you had Baltimore, Miami. Chad, Yankees, Colorado. Carlos, Mets, and Philadelphia. Larry V., White Sox and Tampa. AJ, St. Louis, Houston. Craig, Boston, and Washington. If you're just rolling in, welcome in all. We got a couple of guessing games. One is the poll, one is typing up an answer. Let's close this. We're going to get box 1 or 3. Let's just roll till we get a 1 or 3. Preferably right off the very first. Nope, 6 for this thing possible. Away from it. 6. 5. This is just torture every week. There we go. I'll take 3 rolls any day instead of 17. 1. Box 1 is what we're rolling with first. Where is my cutter? Okay, box 1, guys. All right, who's going to win the Super Bowl next year? Packers? Fat chance. I can hope for it, though, right? What do we have fun coming up? We got Olympic hockey to watch. Everyone can get behind Olympic hockey, right? Even if you're not a fan of the NHL. Root for Team USA or Team Canada or whatever team you want to. It's fun. My wife loves watching the Olympics, especially figure skating, so I've been watching that with her. I watched the curling team win today against Italy. What else did I watch? Watch Lindsey Vonn do a little stunt and try to ski with a torn ACL and biff it down the hill. I don't know what she was doing there. Seeing Detroit win the Super Bowl? Don't say that. Are you saying Detroit in the bat? Yeah, there's no way you're saying the Lions winning the Super Bowl. I agree, Nick. I really wish we could watch Russia play too. They got a great team. That's several tournaments now they haven't been in. The curling match, who was? Upset them in their home country too. Okay, this is bat 52 of 100. Yeah, he is. I can't think of his name. He didn't do great in that first, like the dancing one. My wife she's a dance coach, obviously, so she loves ice skating. But then I think he did decent yesterday, right? Some fun stuff. I watched Switzerland and Italy, I think, do good in the downhill speed skiing or whatever the heck you call it. Ilian or something like that. Yeah. He's got great hair. He's got a luscious head of hair flying around on the skates. I couldn't do the amount of spins he does on like one of those super tramps. So I don't know how they do that. Okay, good luck on the bat. A little stopper to make it so it sits right. My back corner, please. We've got a blonde bat. It almost looks a little lighter than a blonde bat, but blonde bat indeed. Here we go. Good luck, all. 3, 2, 1. Man, I feel like I recognize that one too. But I'm not going to make a fool of myself. It feels like a signature we've seen before, but I could be wrong. That's great ink. Love the paint pen on the bat. Blue ink. That looks great. Is that Vlad Jr.? Maybe? You guys say we're hitting the headliner here? I think he was one of the headliners, wasn't he? You guys are all saying Vlad. I don't remember there being a blue ink Vlad, but maybe there was. Most definitely was. Wow. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Vlad Guerrero Jr. is correct. And that's one of the pictured headliners. This is a light blonde bat. It looks brand spanking new. The ink looks fantastic. Vlad Jr. What a great hit. I think that was claimed by one of our Canadian brethren. Toronto, probably your team. I'm on the wrong screen. Toronto. It was Larry K. Larry claiming the Blue Jays, hitting a Vlad Jr. Great hit. Pictured headliner, not some of the big ones, but still a great name. A great hit. JSA certified MLB authenticator on it as well. Start with Vlad Jr. Love it. And again, I always tell you guys, bats, balls, basketballs, footballs, baseballs, all that stuff, it's always kind of hit or miss on the ink if it doesn't sit right, if it gets rubbed the wrong way. That's a great auto on a bat there. Fantastic. Larry K, nice hit. Congrats. Yeah, of course, Thomas. Thank you as well. I like talking trades when I can. Where are we at? We are now to World of Hockey. We only have 2 non-football stuff to start on Mondays, right? Okay, we figured out the whole which name was supposed to be in there. I apologize, guys. If Carlson comes out, since he was left off, I'm going to add a freebie. I'll probably come back and do it Wednesday, just because it's a weird thing to not have him on there the first time. If Carlson comes out, great for Jason, great for, I mean, it was a trade. But if it comes out, since it wasn't one of the original ones ran, I'll do a freebie for everyone that was in this one, just because it's a one-off. I'll read the names here. We'll look at the new checklist, which is down here. I don't know if I can show you. I'll show you on my phone. But final 2 boxes. I said today, I just said I don't even have it. It's over in the other room. I'll grab it if I need to. But if we don't pull at least one claimed hit, since we seem to be pulling a bunch of randoms lately, we've done both. We're probably right where we're supposed to be. But I said if we don't pull a claimed hit today, I'm going to throw in an extra jersey from my collection that I think I won last month or 2 months ago. Kent Johnson from Columbus on Adidas Pro. So I'll throw that in if we don't hit one of these claims. If they happen to both be randoms, we'll do that. Anyways, in this one, final 2 from this series. Jake, you've got Ovechkin and Forsberg on the trade. Joseph, Howe, and Pavelski. Jonathan R. Waugh, Madonna, Natchez, Giroux, Hasek, Howard. Larry V, you have Belfour, Kyrou, Vasilevsky, and Panarin. Jeff H, Sakic, and Merzlikins. Joseph, Suzuki, Esposito, Boldy, and Sundin. Nick, you've got Kopitar and Dobish. Jeff H, Chelios, and Benoit. Brian W, Terry, Hextall, Frederick, Rust, Recchi, I don't know how you say his name. Fleury, Gainey, and Keller. Jeff S, you had Eklund and Mangiapane. Jason T, Colton, Carlson, and you claimed Evander Kane as a solo. AJ, you had Aho and Kempe. And Brett G, you had Monahan as a solo. I almost threw in Kempe instead of Kent Johnson as I have a Kempe as well, a couple. But I feel like we see him more. We haven't seen a Kent Johnson before, so I did that. This hockey series so far, a disappointment, you think so? Who have we pulled? Maybe like personally, like you haven't hit a bunch, or you think just generally? Hold on, I'm looking at the headliners really quick here. Pulled McDavid, pulled Larkin, pulled Tkachuk. Are those the only three we pulled from the pitcher? Yeah, in the defense, Jeff, I think we pulled about even with what we should based on the boxes we bought. We bought a third of the boxes. I think we pulled a third of the headliners. But I get what you're saying. I understand. Okay, we don't have to run randoms here because there's only 2 boxes left. I think I disagree with you, but I do think we've had series where we've hit more of the headliners. I know what you're saying. Big long list here. You guys can find it as well, but the name that's going to be the Oats was great too. Yeah, we've had some fun hits this series. It does feel like we pulled more randoms than claims, but that's just based off of people's wants, I guess. Gretzky, New York Rangers Blue Mitchell and Ness Pro will be a community hit. The rest will be claimable. There are names like, I'm trying to think who the pictured headliners are. But there's some fun new names, Geeky Boston. Who's the headliners? I think, I'll just find the picture. I think for once we don't have McDavid. Is it more of a disappointment you don't win, though? Probably. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can ask Jonathan. He probably thinks the series has been great. He hit McDavid. Let me find the picture really quick, guys. I know I'm wasting your time. I'm sorry, but I want to. Just Gretzky, Joseph. Gretzky, that's pretty hard to see. I'm sorry. I could show it on the computer, but I don't want to. I don't know where to find it fast. Gretzky, Bedard's back, which is great. We had a ton chasing Bedard. Ovechkin this time on a throwback or the whatever his rookie year, Mitchell and Ness. Gordie Howe still in there. Sakic's on there on the Nordiques again. Forsberg's back in this time on a Fanatics premium. Larkin, Hasek, Vasilevsky, Sundin. Great names. We're only gonna lock Gretzky. Okay, enough wasting time, guys. We've got 5 trades, the same as always. If you want to trade here, go right ahead. If we don't hit at least one claimed player, I will throw in the Kent Johnson. It doesn't have to be someone that didn't win. I'll just say it can't be the name that already won. Fuhr's hopefully in it. You know what? I didn't look. He is. Grant Fuhr, Edmonton Oilers home Fanatics premium jersey. So nice blue-orange jersey. There's a lot of good names on this series. Ooh, look, Dylan Gunther. I didn't see that. We got a Utah. Is Keller still in? Keller's still in too. Okay, 47-59. Let's get rolling. We'll do our football card next, Racky after that, and then Big L's series. Good luck, all. I'm hoping for an R. McDavid. I'm hoping for another pictured headliner, but above all that, I'm hoping for 2 claimed hits. If we get at least one, I'll feel good about it. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm not going to lie. I didn't pay attention to the style of this jersey. This is cool. Its bag is dirty, not the jersey. You see it moving with the bag. Number 88, East Coast. This is Oilers hit. Is this not Andrew Mangiapane? What type of jersey is this? Is this like their 3rd? I guess I could read here. It's a really cool jersey. Let me read it really fast here. Alt. It's their alternate. Why do I not know this alternate? The alternate I thought when I read that was the dark blue, like the oil one, you know? Oh, it's this one. This is actually really cool. I've seen this, but I don't own one. Mangiapane Oilers Fanatics Premium. I'm jealous of this one. I've seen a few McDavids in this style, and I don't own one. They're actually kind of hard to get. That's really cool. Let's go Oilers up there. Fanatics Premium. It is a pro. That's a cool hit. I guess when it said alt, I just assumed it was the alt that I think we pulled McDavid on a series ago on the other alt, but this is the newer alt. Patch up here is Well Country, Edmonton, 1979. That's cool. I've not had one of these in person, so hold on, I'll see who has them. I know that's not a claim, so one step closer to getting a freebie jersey. 2025 alternate. Okay, that would be why. It's the newer one. They were like doing razzes of these jerseys unsigned for McDavid, and they were going for high amounts. And I'm like, okay. Who had Mangiapane? I remember reading it. Down towards the bottom, Jeff S. on your Eklund claim. Jeff S. Jeff, do I have your shipping info? There's another Jeff that I swear you've got like 4 different last names. I don't think that's you. I think this is a different Jeff. If it is you, I'd probably have your shipping info. If I don't, can you just messenger me and I'll get it out to you. It's a great hit. And if you want to trade, there's trade options. I'm not really sure what your team is. I know it wasn't your claim. It wasn't Eklund, but that's a cool jersey. Yeah, shoot me a messenger message just so it's not here. That's a great hit. Okay, we got one chance left here, or I'm giving away a jersey. 59. I join a lot of hockey series days, probably more than I should. There's a reason I keep buying East Coast compared to other stuff. I could show you what a real disappointment would be if I got other stuff. Here we go. Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1. I think this is the guy that I want that I don't have yet. Montreal Canadiens. I shouldn't guess. I'll wait till I turn around, but I think it's the goalie. 3, 2, 1. It is. Someone asked me what I still want, and this is one of the names. Jacob Dobish. I want to say he's one of the hotter goalies in the league right now, isn't he? I mean, Vassey's been playing lights out. So has the Carolina guy. Looks like I'm giving one away, guys. That was 2 randoms, I'm pretty sure. I don't think anyone claimed Dobish. Dobish went to Nick F. with your Anze Kopitar claim. Getting Dobish. He'll be in your series? Okay. I'll be after him for sure. Great hit. I'm going to go grab the Kent Johnson, guys. We're going to just do a random of all the names. It just can't be Dobish or Mangiapane, and then we'll see who wins that one. I tried to trick the series into giving us 2 claims. I did the opposite, I guess. But man, hard to be upset about either of those hits. Those are cool. Oilers alt. You might have to tell me who your team is, Jeff. This might be one that I'll look at trading for if it's not your favorite. It's a cool jersey. Okay, give me one second. Let me grab that jersey. It's just right back here somewhere. I didn't really expect it to be right on top, but it was. So. Okay. Rough series for you, was it? Yeah, it probably wasn't the best series for you. I know how that feels. Next series is on Wednesday. Kent Johnson, I believe he's a semi-young, maybe 3 or 4 years in the league. Columbus Blue Jackets. So let's do this. Let's share my screen. They're going to give this one away. This was in my PC. I hadn't quite taken pictures of it on my little mannequin yet, so it won't be used for that. We'll give it away. Who is should have had John Carlson instead of McMichael. Okay, so 40 names here. It just can't be Mangiapane or Jacob Dobish. 7 times. Former 5th overall picks, somewhat young still. Yeah, I saw him too after I won the jersey, and I said, who's that? And then I kind of looked at him and seen him in a couple games, and that's usually how it works for me. I use the jerseys kind of as a way to learn more about the players and vice versa. And then once I find guys I like, I try to go after their jerseys. Okay, so here's the 40 names, 7 times. The top name, whoever owns that player, is going to get Kent Johnson jersey. Here we go. There's one. Also, thanks for joining this series. I thought it was a great series. Obviously, we probably could have done a little better on the checklist, but hard to complain when we hit McDavid, one of the community ones, and a bunch of other fun ones. But I get it. No Ovi, none of the other top line ones. I don't think. Maybe one other ones. Okay, here we go. 7 times. 3, 2, 1. I knew it. So we're going to number 2. Jacob Dovish would have won. When we do that, we go to the next line. Simone Benoit is going to win the Kent Johnson. So let's go here. Who had Simone Benoit? Good grief. Share this tab, please. Right here. Jeff H. on your Chelios. Series got a little better. Even though it wasn't the series. That's just Big Al. Simone Benoit spot, which was Jeff H's Chelios random. You're going to get the nice Kent Johnson Adidas Pro at AJ's COA. Great jersey. I won it from another series that has a bunch of big names in it. And this is one of the non-headliners, but still a great hit. It just got to me last week, I think. Booby prize, yep. Congrats, Jeff. Okay, congrats to the 2 that won from the series, Jacob Dovish and Andrew Mangiapane on the new alternate. It's the first one I've seen. I think that's pretty dang cool. He's playing lights out too. So 2 fun hits, not pictured headliners. New series starts on Wednesday, guys. We're only going to have 1 lock, so 59 names you can claim. If you're interested in looking at any of their names, you can message me and I'll send you the whole list. Styles are fun to look at too. Brett Hull's coming in, which is cool for the wings. We got Connor Bedard coming in, Dylan Gunther. I might be the only one that cares about that, but bunch of fun names. Morgan Geeky did a new signing. I don't think we quite have the new Ducks on here. The next series we will. Lots of fun ones. Peter Forsberg coming back. That's a fun one. Anyways, we'll talk about that on Wednesday. Okay. Time for our elite card. You guys have a tie in the bounty, so I can't quite move on from that. AFC East, AFC South, NFC East, NFC South. You guys are going East-South. If you haven't voted yet, vote for one of those. As soon as I see it flip from one to the other, when I'm paying attention, I'll end the poll. Let's read off the names that we have here in the card. It's our last card, so no need to random here as well. This is box 10 of 10 from this case. Brad, you have New England, Baltimore. Chad, you have Chicago, Cincy. SP, you have Vegas and the Giants. Dave, Dallas, Jacksonville. Bill S., Green Bay, Tennessee. Greg, you had Rams, Denver, Seattle, San Francisco. Christy, Miami, Houston. Scorching Indy and the Jets. Jonathan R., Minnesota, New Orleans. Brad, Chargers, Arizona. AJ, Buffalo, Cleveland. Brian W., Atlanta, Tampa. Kevin O., you had Kansas City, Carolina. Nick B., Detroit, Washington. And Christy, Philly, Pittsburgh. Those are our spots. Remind me when we get to Radke next, guys, that it's our college guess. I don't think anybody's moving on. If I'm wrong, well, let me know. I think I crossed it off because no one got Notre Dame or whatever school it was. Okay, so we're closing this. Poll is still tied. Let's see if anyone got the guessing game right. We got 30 seconds left. If you have not guessed yet, to guess a wide receiver that led the league in receptions at least once since the year 2000. If you get it right, you get $10 to use. I have not paid attention to see if anybody's gotten it right yet. It's hiding behind the new stack of Radke. Oh, brother. Get rid of box 4 and slide this out. Yeah, 15 seconds. And then we'll close the poll as soon as someone votes. We need someone to tip the scales, AFC East South or NFC East South. No point in voting for one of the others because it's not going to win. Vote for one of those two. If you're watching and you haven't voted yet, throw a vote out there, please. Okay. There's a couple more guesses. Perfect. Glad I gave you guys a second. Here we go. Good luck, all. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, here we go. 3, 2. There's only one player you can get on this one. This is firmly in my PC. I traded Mr. Greg for it a while back. He was kind enough to let me snatch it from him for a different helmet. It'll never leave the PC. STS 3.0, one of my favorite players, Andre Johnson. Jason, you got it. Did anybody else get Andre Johnson? Players like him and Fitzgerald that had the quarterbacks thrown to them doing what they did, they had no business doing that. Cup, Chase, Steve Smith, Cal. There's an Andre Johnson. That's Jason's, though. Are you the only one that did Andre? Antonio Brown, Calvin Johnson, Calvin, Wes, Welker. There's so many good names. Thielen. I almost grabbed Thielen, AJ, earlier. I probably wouldn't have used that stat, but he's right above me here. Fitzgerald, Torrey Holt. We need more Torrey Holt in our lives. That might be the only. Antonio Brown. TJ Hushmanzada, love it. TJ Who's Your Mama, Husha Mazzilli, Chad Johnson. Jason, it might just be you. Congrats. $10 off tonight. Are you saying David Carr wasn't good? Who is the best quarterback that threw Andre Johnson a touchdown pass? Like, literally. I'm trying to think. There's got to be one in there that's like, okay. The Fitzpatrick over there. Andre Johnson QBs. All right. Hey, you guys have all voted for the one division. We can end the poll. 36%. David Carr, Tony Banks, Dave Ragoon, Matt Schaub is probably the best one. Sage Rosenfalls, TJ Yates, Case Keenum, and Ryan Fitzpatrick are decent, but whew. Yeah, I gotta quit picking guys that I love. You guys are starting to. I try to go like back and forth, you know. I almost picked a name today that none of you guys would have got, but I wasn't mean, so I picked one that's kind of in the middle. Yeah, so Schaub, Keenum, Fitzpatrick, probably Schaub, Fitzpatrick are his best two that threw the most to him. That's insane. Okay. Poll is closed, although I don't see it. It didn't pop up my screen saying that it got closed. You guys see it? There it goes if I refresh. Okay, you guys are going AFC East, AFC South. So we're starting with our football card here. If those two divisions hit the most compared to any of the other three divisions, the winner will random all the names that joined today, and whoever gets on top on the 7th row can pick between the Chris Olave amp full size or one of the smaller items we talked about. Perfect, Jeff. Thank you. I will find it tonight. Let me just make sure it came through. I got you. Perfect. Oh, and I forgot to bid on that. Of course, that's what happens. Thanks, Jeff. Congrats again. Okay, let's do our card, guys. Jason, you're the only one that got the guess right, and then you guys are going AFC East, AFC South. May the odds be in your favor. I'd like to see someone win a full size tonight, or a chance for a full size. If you want to go with one of the smaller items, you can as well. Okay, our final box. Did we really save box 1 for last? Is that how it ended up? 43 of 100. I think we opened box 1 of 100 last time. It proved my theory wrong, though. I don't think it was a headliner, right? Series 10, box 43 of 100. As soon as I get a new series or a new case, I'll let you know what series it is so you can start planning out your claims on it. I don't know if we'll do the elite or lower or higher. There's a bunch of different types of series. Some of you guys that I've talked to before that join a lot of card stuff, if you guys like the case hit cases or like the ones where there's a bunch of kabooms, the quarterback series, all that kind of stuff, a step up from this. If you guys like that and you want to try it, I'm game to try. I think I like this better than the lower LE series, but the lower LE series is cheaper, so it's fun to take some shots at that. And there's still great cards in that too. Anyways, I don't know why that's not coming off. Go that way. Lots of different things we can try. We just don't do a ton of them, so when we pick it, kind of takes up a couple months worth of time with it. Okay, there we go. Good luck, all. I'd like to end with a nice. I always ask for a patch, but it feels like we started patch heavy and then we went graded heavy after that. Why is there no card to block it? I've never seen no blocker card in. There's no blocker card in this one, so we're just going to do it like this. I thought maybe it was stuck on top. Mark, what's up, man? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I wanted a patch. That works. Where's the little extra patchy? The little thing that... Not in there. I didn't put one in here. Breece Hall. And this is... I know the name of the product. I can't think of it. NFL Gear is the type of card. Is this National Treasures? Yeah, NT. National Treasures. That's a great card. We got part of a football. We got part of a jersey. Future Bronco. I've been wondering if he might be going somewhere here soon. 43 of 49. On-card autograph. Rookie card from National Treasure. That's a great hit. Jets in the card. Who had the Jets? They weren't claimed, were they? And that's AFC East. Oh, you guys are starting in the right spot. Scorching on your Indy claim, getting the Jets. Ray, nice hit. It's hard to get these to focus, but 43 of 49. I don't know unless I block the whole back of my screen. Even then, it doesn't do it. There we go. That's a little better. 43 of 49. Breece Hall. National Treasures NFL Gear rookie card. So we got an RPA there. That's awesome. I was hoping for a patch. We got a patch. 2022 Panini National Treasures. Ray, nice hit. Let's go to Scorching. And you guys are starting AFC East, AFC South. Tonight's the night. I'm rooting for you. I'm sick of saying, oh, next time we'll do it. I'm going to put that down 1. Congrats, Ray. Nice hit. All right, let's get rolling to Racky. Racky, new case. New case is double case. There's the option if someone wins. But 1, 2, 3, 4 up top, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the middle, 9, 10, 11, 12. Double, this is just a traditional case as well, so no theme to this one, just like last case. Hoping to hit some fun stuff. Mark is reminding me, I almost forgot again, this is the time where you guess a college team that you think this player, whatever we open up, was drafted from. If you get it right, you move on the next week. We've had several get 2 right and win 60 credit. Nobody's gotten to 3 in a row where they get a free helmet, but might as well keep trying. I'm going to try again today. Before anyone guesses it, I'm going to guess Georgia. No one's guessed Georgia. I'm going Georgia. I don't know why. It just popped into my head right now. Feel free to copy me if you want to be right. Georgia. I'm going to read off the teams here after I get a sip of water. Does not matter if you're in this break, guys. This is just a guessing game for everybody. If you want to try to get something right, go for it. I do not care if you're in the break. You have to be in the break to win the helmet we're about to open. But other than that, guessing games are for everybody, including me. Georgia. How did I know you'd say Georgia, Jason? Okay, in Radkey, we've got Bill with Detroit, Green Bay, Jets, and Houston. David L., Philly, and Baltimore. Jonathan R., Dallas, Atlanta. David L., Giants, and Carolina. Tim, you had Denver. You sold Sam. You random. That is the Kansas City Chiefs. Jonathan R., San Francisco, Washington. David L., Chicago, New England. Brian W., Miami, Arizona, Pittsburgh, and Jacksonville. Tim, you have Buffalo. AJ, you bought the random today. That's Tennessee. Scorching, you have Cleveland and New Orleans. Jason T., Minnesota, and the Chargers. Dustin, Tampa Bay, and the Rams. Not a bad random for you there, Dustin. I'm used to you getting Vegas, which is 1 down. Brad, Seattle, Vegas, Cincy, and Indy. Lots of guesses today. I like it. There's probably 15 guesses there. Keep coming out. We got a fresh case, so let's figure out what box we're going to grab. We'll run the list 7 times. Top box on number 7 is the one we're going to open. Yeah, that's fine. You can jinx me. I've only gotten it right once in the last little while, and it was the exact helmet. Who was Miami? It stressed me out too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're opening box 8. Breaking Bad says Syracuse. Are you thinking of someone other than Donovan McNabb, or is that what you're honing in on? Is there another Syracuse player I can't think of? Every time I actually have a McNabb Syracuse in my collection back there. But that's all I think of when I see Syracuse. Okay, box 8. Close this. We got our teams going. Next up is Big Al's full size. Box 8's right here. Second row, middle box. No theme, but this still should have the same makeup at the very least. 6 authentics and 6 reps. Every once in a while, they'll give us a bonus, like 7 authentics, 5 reps, but that's the makeup as it should be. At least be 6 authentics. Oh, Jim Brown was Syracuse? I didn't know that. How did I not know that? Sure enough, Syracuse for 3 years. He was the 6th overall pick in the 1957 NFL draft. Who was picked before him? Paul Hornung was picked before Jim Brown. John Brody, quarterback for San Fran. Oh, that name, John Arnett, don't know. Ron Kramer, don't know. Is that like Jerry Kramer's brother? Packers had him too. Len Dawson ahead of him. Look at all those names in the top 10. Okay. Now we talked about Jim Brown. Here comes Jim Brown. Okay, good luck all. You guys are up 1-0 to 0. Best place you can be through one item. Box 8. Remember, he said, can I give you guys a different color case? I said, I don't care what color the boxes are. Next one, he'll have his little football field on again for us, but we got gray boxes this time. What is happening? Oh, man. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, some of you guys are going to get it right on. Your guess is, I don't know what last double case, this double case, we're a little heavy on college. Most of them have been authentics. I'll have to ask them what's up with that. I don't really mind it, but I don't want too many of them. There's a ton of different LSU players this could be. I didn't see the auto. I tried to look. I tried to peek. LSU authentic. My brain goes to those 2 guys, but there's a ton more. Okay, here we go. Good luck all. By the way, we already know. I'm just gonna write it down now before I move on. How does that keep happening on the college guest time? Kyle, Dave, Greg. Is that everyone? I think it's you 3. Kyle, Dave, Greg. Moving on. Interesting. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Literally a helmet, a rep that I had a couple weeks ago. I think someone won it, right? Or did we use it as a giveaway? Or was it I can't remember what we used it for, if it came out in the series or not, but it was one. You know, I was hoping for Joe Burrow when I saw it the first time. It's now, I don't think he's officially retired, but he doesn't belong to a team, so this goes to his tenure team. That's OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. We just added his jersey in the series too. A little bit of a push on OBJ around us right now, huh? New York Giants. New York Giants, I think, were claimed. They were. Dave L. grabbing the Giants. Probably didn't claim them thinking OBJ, but that's what it is. That's what gets you the win. Dave, nice hit. OBJ LSU authentic. Now I'm going to be patiently waiting to see if we have another college or if we just happen to pull it first out of the 12. I guess we will see. That's NFC East, so you're tied for the win now. Dave, congrats. All right, we are almost a live fills, guys. First, we have to do our pre-fill 4-boxer, then we'll do a live fill 3-boxer. Lots of disappointment tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. We've got Jonathan R. on the Arizona New York Jets combo spot. Greg Atlanta, AJ Baltimore, Bill S. Buffalo, Greg Carolina Tennessee combo, Joseph Chicago, Brant Cincy, Greg Cleveland, Bill S. Dallas, Dustin Denver, Nick F. Detroit, Bill S. Green Bay, Brad Houston, Greg Indy, Shane Jacksonville, Gerg. I don't know why I always do that, Greg. Typing too fast. Kansas City, Carlos, Vegas, Brian, Chargers, Greg, you got the Rams in Miami, Tim, Minnesota, Robert, New England, Brian W., New Orleans, Chris C., the Giants, Mike, Philadelphia, Tim, Pittsburgh, Bill S., San Francisco, Kevin, you have Seattle, Greg, you have Tampa, and David L., you have Washington. You know, I was hoping it was Joe Burrow. We've seen a bunch of Jamar Chase recently, so that would have been a great hit too. Trying to think who else I wouldn't mind seeing on LSU, but I don't mind OBJ either. There was a few years where he was the best receiver in the league, I'm pretty sure. And he kind of flopped around all over the place after that, but okay, let's get 4 boxes. Black cage. Oh, there it is. Let's shake it up. Want to say we're at 79, I think is what I read the other day. I don't know if that was pre or post squares, though. I think we're either at 79 or we're at 87, but 79 sounds more right. I don't think we're quite. Yeah, so the reason that I disliked OBJ for a little bit is the whole against the Packers, the boat pitcher, punching a hole in the wall. But man, he was fun to watch. Now it's all said and done, I'd like to own a couple OBJ items on my PC. I don't have any right now. It's kind of on that path, like the Matt Ryan path, where there was a point where you saw him a ton, and now I'd take a cool Matt Ryan specialty. I don't have one on my PC. They just kind of go through the little end of their career, and sometimes they get a little less desirable, and then they pop back up thinking, yeah, you remember what they were like when they were good. Did I shake this yet, guys? I don't want to double shake. I don't know why, but I feel like people will be mad if I double shake. Did I double shake that, or did I already shake it once before I roll these 4? Yeah, okay. 4 numbers. Either way, it's either random or random or random or random or random or random. 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th one going back in. Thank you, Craig. Whatever music channel this is, it sucks. Like, suggested songs are not on point today. Okay. Box number 1. 191. 191. I'm stumped at a number 91 that I like. I can't even think of a 91. I don't know why. Who's a famous number 91? 108. Number 8, Troy Aikman. Ed Oliver. I can always count on Bill to give me either current or retired. Usually that's where I go, is current retired Packers, but I can't think of a 91. I thought maybe Kabir Gabaja-Biamila, but I think he was number 94. Stamkos is 91. I didn't think of that either, though. So 15. We all know who's number 15, or one of them. Trey Hendrickson. I actually just got a Trey Hendrickson in, Kyle. I was happy to have him. And our last number is 155. A number 1 or number 55. First one that came to my mind was Charles Suggs, but there's probably bigger names than that, that's for sure. Kevin Green was 91. That's right. I should know that. Kevin Green, great name. Okay, 191, 108, 15, and 155. Let me grab those guys. We'll come back. We'll open those. We'll do a live fill after that, and then a couple more live fills. Not in my way. Let's move the lobby out the way. My daughter had her semifinals for that fun shoot for the Junior Jazz, Utah Jazz thing. If she wins tonight, and my wife just texted me and said she did really good, she gets to go do the finals at the Delta Center, the Jazz and Mammoth Arena. So I'm hoping she did good. Have to see. She's in third grade. Last time she beat everyone in third grade and everyone in fourth grade, but we'll see how she does this time. She sent me a video. I just haven't watched it yet. 55, Cornelius Bennett. Cornelius. Okay, 191, check. 108, check. 15, check. 155, check. We're good. Fletcher Cox, that's right. See? Part of me doing that is so you guys can tell me, and then it slowly goes into the memory. Let me copy the 3-boxer live fill, which is coming up next. Takes after me, exactly, Dave. I go to 15 for Tebow. I like it. I go to both their games, and in the halftime, I go out there and show everyone that they get their shots from me. I'm not joking either, right? I may have played big the 4 or 5 when I played basketball, but silky smooth shot. Still have it. Okay, 15. Series 37. Woo! 10-pointer. I did finally update the Wonka points. I think I did. We got one quite a bit ahead, and then second, third, fourth. There's a lot that can be done still. 15, which is a 10-pointer. Sheesh. Want a Tebow? I don't have Tebow in my collection, I don't think. Which is strange because I've had a lot of Tebow items come in now. I think I traded one away. Ooh, I hope it's this helmet, the label on it. It is. This is funny because I almost picked this guy on a different style for the bounty or the guessing game. Almost. 3, 2, 1. We started with yellow. Now we're going opposite side, going red. And one of Gator's Authentic, one of my favorite helmets. Did I trade you that, Bill? I can't remember. Did someone win it? We worked out a 3-way trade. I've had several Tebow items, especially Gator ones, but it's been a little bit, I feel like, since the last one. Buccaneers rave. I literally almost picked this player on a flash to be the guessing game. I didn't. Who had Tampa? Tampa. Greg, that builds the lead. 10-pointer, our only 10-pointer. I swear, if you get Denver, Tampa Bay hits. You get Tampa Bay, Denver hits. I'm missing an earpiece. I swear, man. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I think I showed this one a while back. You may have him already, Greg. I don't think on a rave, but I think we talked about it a while back. Look how fine that writing is. Small lettering, but it's still legible. Hall of Fame 2023. Rondé Barber. I almost grabbed it and thought, let's do a siblings guess again. But I think the last time I did a siblings guess, I did Tiki Barber. So then I said, no, I can't do that. I'll find another helmet. And then I came back in this room and found the Andre Johnson, but I almost had Rondé Barber on the shelf. Great hit. Rondé Barber rave. That was one that for a moment almost was put into my PC. But then I had a different player on a rave for Tampa, and then I got him on an STS 3.0, so I swapped stuff around, and that one didn't stay. But boy, do I like the way that one looks. Rondé Barber, 10-pointer. Nice hit, Greg. 2. I had missed 3 Wonka point winners when I went back through today. I got them back on there, so we were off by 3. I got 3 of them back on there. Okay. There it is. Box 1's a 10-pointer. Okay, box 108. Next one up. Series 37. Oh, man. Holy cow. 10 and then 9. Didn't we already have 3 9s? Oh, no. We had 3 8s. This is our first 9. We've had 3 8s and 1 10. I read it wrong. Okay, this is our first 9-pointer. 10 and then 9. That'll never happen again. Maybe it will, but. It's a Burrow. I feel like we haven't seen Burrow in a while. I would welcome Burrow. I can't even tell what team that is yet. First, it's got some extras, so hard to. Now I can see the team. So hard to pull it out of the box. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Probably hard for you guys still. Now you can see it, I think. Got a slate. Ooh, a double bag, a little hard to see. I didn't even notice that. It's like textured. That's cool. Textured visor. 9-pointer for Atlanta. Julio. Also a name I feel like we haven't seen a little bit. On the wrong page. Where are you? Atlanta. Greg, it might be your night. That's 2 for 2. And that's 19 points and 2 helmets. I'm trying to show you the texture. See how it's kind of, I don't think there's a design to it. It's just kind of got, we'll call them Falcon scratches. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Not London, although I'm pretty sure we have London in this series on a cool style. That's Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, Beckett certified. What was it? Like the last game of the season or something where he had, was it 2 or 3 touchdowns? 100, I think it was his most receiving yards his whole career was just like this last game he played, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're talking about Florida, and there's a Florida guy. Rondé Barber, Kyle Pitts. Congrats again. Okay. And that's 9 points too. Although the points are rolling in. Let's see. Kyle. I say Greg, congrats. 2. I'll say he's not the 9th. I guess it is. I put the 9th for the Super Bowl square. I'll just keep him like that, even though it's the 8th. No, I won't. That'll bug me. 2-8, 2-8 for Charlie and Brigidi on the other 2 helmets. We did open 8 helmets last night, guys, for the Super Bowl squares. Late stream. Okay, next box, 155. I just had a thought pop in my head. I'm not going to say it until after. You know how that happens sometimes. Give us a 7-pointer here. I know we don't have any 8s left, I don't think. So 155, Series 37, 0. Just saw this dude the other night on the same style, and I was about to buy it, and then sometimes I'll go check, say, do I already have that helmet? And then I realized it was in the series, so I thought, I'll hold off on buying it. Same player, same style. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Close to my favorite Cardinals helmet. I do love the amp. I'm pretty mad that I missed out on an Anquan Bolden amp the other day. I'm pretty sure someone was shill bidding, and that's all right. But, well, it's not all right, but it's okay that I didn't win it. I was trying to win it from my PC. I would have loved that. But anyways, I like the Cardinals flash. We went yellow, red, gray, red. Little pattern going here. Who had Arizona? Jonathan R. And that was the first spot claimed. I remember seeing that. Cardinals flash. Kyler's a good guess. 3, 2, 1. It's a guy we haven't seen in a little bit. Used to seeing him on two teams, the Bengals and the Cardinals. This is the Cardinals. I loved him in college. He was in college at the college, I guess, today, Georgia, with Matt Stafford, right? Wasn't it Stafford to A.J. Green? Kind of an unfair cheat code there at Georgia. Unless I'm confusing with someone else, but I don't think I am. A.J. Green, number 18. Becca certified on the nice Cardinals flash. Jonathan, nice hit. Great helmet. I do not have A.J. Green in my PC either. What am I doing? I said 0 on the right. I did. Okay, fourth and final box from this 4-boxer. We will immediately do a 3-boxer after I recap the 4 helmets, guys. 191, Series 37, 0 Wonka. New. I see the style. I don't know the player. This could be a few different guys, I think. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Back-to-back flashes. This time, our first AFC hit. We had NFC, NFC, NFC. Well, that kind of helps me decide who it might be. Schwartz certified on this one. Chargers. Who had the Chargers? Which is funny because I feel like I have a decent amount of Herbie. But Brian, that was Brian. Brian has the Chargers. If it's Brian, it's almost certainly. Well, you do just bad luck. Yeah, you can hit You can hit every Charger but Herbie. Herbie doesn't do a ton or anything for Schwartz, I don't think. So you can probably rule it out, but maybe don't. Maybe just hope. My guess was right. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Brian, Jonathan says farts. It is Dan Fouts who signs just like it says Dan Farts. Thought that since day one. Frank Gore looks like he's saying F-U on his signature. Dan looks like he's writing farts. There's a few other guys that don't look anything like what it says, but Dan Fouts. Great hit here. He was part of Air Coryell, wasn't he? Or am I mixing him up with a different era? Schwartz Sports. Going to Brian. Brian, nice hit. Nice hit 0 Wonka, right? Went 10-9-0-0. Dropped off the end there on the Wonkas. Okay, let's do a quick recap. Some fun helmets there. Rondé Barber Rave for the Bucks. Kyle Pitts Slate for the Falcons. AJ Green Flash Cardinals, and Dan Fouts Flash for the Chargers. Let's do a live fill. Oh, he beat me on that one, unfortunately. I don't know how many of you beat me, but at least one was even before I hit enter. I know it's a timing game, so. Okay, congrats, winners. Sorry to those that did not win on that one. Hopefully you have better luck on this one if you're in it. Yeah, I need to just change the playlist. You don't do Spotify where it has the suggested songs or Discover Weekly. Usually they're right on, but this one kind of blows. So let's go to Blink-182 and Boxcar Racer for tonight. Why not? There we go. You guys remember that band who I listened to earlier today? Sometimes I can listen to any. I can go from any type, like bluegrass, country, certain types of rap or hip hop. I go to screamo. I could do anything. Earlier, I was listening to. You guys remember the band POD? Anyone remember that band? Youth of the Nation. Rediscovered them. I was listening to a few of their songs, bringing back memories. POD. I don't know what that stands for, but I'm sure it's something great. Okay. Bill is the first claim I see that is successful. That is Buffalo. Bill S. Buffalo. Kansas City's next up. I got Jonathan just ahead of Jason. Cincy going to Kyle. San Francisco going to Zach. Detroit going to Nick. Kansas City. Oops, I skipped a few. Bill B just behind on Detroit. Kansas City behind on them. Greg. Denver going to Brian. Denver. Man, what is happening on my screen? Dallas going to Brian. Brian B, gotcha. Kansas City is gone. Bill, sorry. Washington going to Dave. Dallas, Michael, they're gone, but Brian got them. Cleveland going to Bill B. Pittsburgh going to Brad. Chicago going to Les. Indy, Zach. Minnesota, I think is where I'm at. Minnesota is Zach. Arizona is Brad. Indy is gone. Rams are there. Cleveland's gone, but I got you on the Rams, Greg. New Orleans is there for Brian. New England and Carolina both there, Greg. New England, Carolina. Miami going to AJ. Giants, Chris, gotcha. Baltimore. Speaking of Giants, I already told you guys that Jackson Dart is trying to. He messaged my in-laws saying he wanted to do a promotion for the restaurant that we own, and then he was back in there like 2 nights ago in the back corner eating a shake with his fiance or his girlfriend. Posted a picture. I need to just buy some blank Giants helmets and tell him to come meet me there. I bet he'd do it. Should I do it, or is that lame? Baltimore Jets or combo. Brad, you got him already. This is a new combo. You got him with Arizona. Denver is gone, Dustin. Seattle for Kevin. Gotcha. Paywall and death. Oh, that's what POD stands for? Do you know POD, Obi? Or you just look up Christian Rock Group? POD is? Man, I need to pay attention better. Yeah, American Christian new metal band formed. I don't think I ever listened to them a ton, but there was 3 songs that were really popular, and I listened to those a billion times. Invite him to do a break. Have him do a promo for Big Al's. I should. I got some beef to tell you guys. Listened to them for years, yeah. It popped up on my screen again. Someone was listening to him for the first time on a TikTok thing, saying "Oh, this is good," and I'm like, "Yeah, I listened to him." I'll tell you my beef here in 1 second. Atlanta, Houston, Jacksonville, Las Vegas, Chargers, Philly, Tampa Bay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams left, unless I missed any. I was watching. My algorithm on TikTok knows that I like helmets, right? I don't ever join any breaks on there because there's a billion, and I think they're all pretty crummy, scammy, just try to get through as much stuff as they can type people. And a lot of them will bring on guys like Jackson Dart and stuff and have them on there, and that's cool, I guess. I think it's contractual with Fanatics. But I made the mistake of speaking up last night, literally last night. This guy looked like he was trying to race through 100 different items. He would open up a helmet or a mini, and he would literally chuck it out of the screen. I could hear it land on the ground, a full size, a mini, a jersey. And I typed in there, and I said, now I know why a lot of these products come to me with scuffs or stuff sometimes. And this whole little group of lemmings, there's probably a couple hundred watching, and they're like, relax, it's just a helmet. And I'm like, man, what is happening? I don't even put my finger near the autograph because I don't want to mess up stuff for you guys. But I got called out last night because I decided to open my mouth. I should have just shut up. But it's incredible, man. You gotta make sure if you're joining. I've said this a billion times before. I know I'm not the only breaker you guys join, and that would be probably not fun if I was for you guys. But just make sure you pay attention to who you're joining. There's a lot of guys that I'll tell you, oh, they're great, go join them. But there's a lot of other guys where I say, maybe not in your best interest based off stuff I've seen or heard or been a part of. Anyways, that bugged me. Just chucking helmets across the room just to get them out of the way so we could open up the next box. A little insane to me. Atlanta, Mike, Philly, Mike, gotcha. Maybe you guys have seen that before too. A little insane to me. There's our last 5. Gotta have a little respect for the hobby. It's crazy, Jason. And people just don't know and they don't care, I guess. Maybe I'm part of a dying breed, I don't know. Or I'm just too uptight. What I'll do here is I'll read the teams that have been claimed. I'll pull bingo balls. We'll wait for these last 5 teams to get claimed, then we'll open them up. We're going to do a Racky live fill, which will be box 2 of 12. It won't be box 2, but it'll be our number 2 of 12. We'll do some licensed jerseys tonight at the end. The new additions, I had 2 football. Just wanted to, I guess. Christian Gonzalez, I bought that a few weeks ago. He played amazing for the Patriots yesterday. It wasn't enough. But, man, I think if they had won and come back and won, I would have given the MVP to Christian Gonzalez. He played great. Well, I think the big difference is I'm a collector. A lot of these guys don't know the first thing about collecting. They don't care. You know? Well, that maybe gives me a step up or a step down, however you want to look at it. We added Steve Young as well. Guys, I also went back and looked at what the oldest jerseys were too, and I've noticed that I've added a few names again, like after maybe 2 or 3 months. If that's annoying to you guys, let me know. I usually don't do it unless it's a bigger name. Like, well, who did we just hit? We just hit on Saturday. We hit Austin Matthews, and I said that's been in there a while, and it like had been in there for like a month maybe or less. I said Gates had been there a while. I think Gates had been there for a week. My brain doesn't like grasp onto how long some of these guys have been in. I don't know why, but I think we had Steve Young. That's who just got added today. I think we had him a couple months ago as well. So sorry if that's annoying, but that's a great name to have. Then we added Josh Morrissey. I know we never had him. Never had Christian Gonzalez, but you'll see a lot of like Larry Bird. We've had 5 times. We'll have him another 5 times. Shaquille O'Neal the same way. Vince Carter's one of the older ones in the series. I think Jordan Love's one of the older ones. I think the oldest one is Jeff Bagwell. I think is what I found out today. Yeah, and the way they send them too is insane. Rolling around in the thing, it's. I don't know if I'm that annoying neighbor, you know, the annoying old man that you park on my curb or something, and I'm out there. Maybe that's the same way I'm with helmets. I don't know. Feel free to keep adding Sidney Crosby jerseys, Nick. You know, I tried to win another one for you the other day. If I see a Crosby that I'm not going to join, I've done this 3 or 4 times for you, Nick, where I just put in 1 or 2, and if it hits, I'll just say Merry Christmas. Here you go. Hasn't worked yet, but I'm trying to save 65 cents. I know. Okay, let me find the spots. Let me get off my soapbox, guys. Sorry, that one bugged me last night. I'm like, all right, I'll see myself out. Sorry. Houston, Greg. Las Vegas, Bill B. I haven't tried. If I was really nice, I'd grab you like 10 spots, you know. But I'm just here and there. If it hits and you get a surprise in the mail, that's great. I can't quite get myself to let go of one of mine yet. I'm sure I will eventually, but I haven't quite yet. Dave grabbing the Jags. Dave, I just barely saw that message you sent me. I think you responded, and maybe I read it, but I didn't see it, and I clicked off of it. You can keep that one. I don't know if you already sent it back. I don't know what I'd do with it, and I don't think UPS is going to do anything for me. So if you can use it or do something with it, that's great. If you already sent it back, that's great too, but I wouldn't worry about it. The replacement's there because that one got a huge crack on it. But I just barely noticed that today. Yeah, I know, but the problem is then they start like fighting against me, you know. Give it to some kid. Yeah, that's great. And the good thing is it's on the backside too, so it'll still display well. But in my brain, I can't like put that in the series or anything. So that's too bad. Yeah, and I don't. So we're just 2 away, guys. I'm not trying to just sit here and chat your ears off. As soon as we're full, we'll run this. Chargers and Tampa, last 2 teams left. I don't think they got claimed above. I don't even put a ton of stuff in my boxes. The biggest thing is using the right size box and then making sure that the back of the helmet is pushed up against something, and then it just sits there snug. If it can't roll around and if it's sitting straight up, it's not going to go anywhere. They're strong for a reason. But if you just let it roll around in the box, that's where your problem is. If you can let it sit there and rub against something, that's where your problem is. Dustin, I got you on Tampa. Thank you, and Brian on the Chargers. Thank you, guys. So you'll know I don't have like a billion. Some of you guys pack really well, better than I do. But I've noticed that sometimes the more stuff you put in, if it makes it sit up top, it better chance of it having something happen to it. You just want it snug so it can't move. That's it. And maybe if had I packed Dave's better, it wouldn't have cracked from top to bottom. No, I think that was just UPS putting something heavy on top of it. Have had that happen a few times. Brad, Arizona, New York Jets. Mike, Atlanta. AJ, Baltimore. Bill S, Buffalo. Greg, Carolina, Tennessee. Combo. Les, Chicago. Kyle, Cincy. Bill B, Cleveland. Brian B, Dallas. Brian W, Denver. Nick F, Detroit. Greg, Green Bay, Houston. Zach, Indy. David L, Jacksonville. Jonathan R, Kansas City. Bill B, Las Vegas. Brian W, Chargers. Greg, the Rams. AJ, Miami. Zach, Minnesota. Greg, New England. Brian W, New Orleans. Chris C, the Giants. Mike, Philadelphia. Brad, Pittsburgh. Zach B, San Francisco. Kevin, Seattle. Dustin, Tampa Bay. And David L, you have Washington. Okay. Yeah, that's for sure, Kyle. Not once. Okay, let's get some boxes here. 3 numbers. Next up is Radke. But we'll do 3 boxes here first. This will get us to 86 tonight, right? So 14, 20, 35, 40 helmets. 30 to 40 helmets left in the series, which is a couple weeks still. 3 numbers. 1, 2, 3. I am also aware we still need to run the Pick'ems League. I will do it, guys. I don't want to say it's not my top priority, but the game like that one, it's going to take a while to do a draft. I just need to start it, but it's not going to be right away. We'll do it at some point here soon. Yeah, that too. That too, Kyle. And and if something comes from me damaged, I'll always replace it for you guys. That's, you know. Some people don't seem to care one bit about anything. Oh, I could make a whole series, Jason, about the way stuff arrives to me all the time. Sometimes I can clean it up, sometimes I can't. But inside diaper boxes, inside someone literally like unwrapped cereal boxes and then put a cereal box around it and shipped it to me like that. There's some interesting ways that stuff have come to me. I have a bunch of pictures on my phone throughout the years. I could probably put together a little slideshow. 182. Some big people, some small people. 49. 10. Oh, man. Okay, next up, I'm going to copy it here really fast. If I don't do it now, I will forget. All right, Radke is up next. Okay, 182, 49, and 10, guys. Let me grab them. Yeah, I've had some get damaged in the past. Sometimes it just happens, but you'll never get a helmet rolling around in a box that's two sizes too big. That eliminates half the problem right there. So we did fill it up. Yeah, no problem, Jeff. Thank you. Racky up next. Then Big Al's licensed jerseys. Then we'll probably call the night. It is. Oh, I didn't write down any of those. What did I miss? NFC South. That's not good for you. Neither is the next NFC South. Man, did you go off the AFC West? 1113, is that right? Frames are just ask Kyle. Kyle had like 3 different Jamar Chase jerseys come shattered. One from me. There's just not much you can do about it sometimes. For the majority of the frames I've shipped, they've been undamaged, but Jamar Chase and Kyle did not mix well together, so we had to find a replacement for him. I'm sure he's forgotten all about that. 182, check. 49, check. 10, check. They are, yeah, like $60, $70, and that's the cheap way. If you go to like UPS or USPS and do it there, it's probably close to $200. But if you do it through like Pirate Ship or whatever, it's $50, $60, $70, $80, depending on where you're going. Just because it's in a regular package. Even bats, sometimes you have to, the new thing, you have to put them as a tube. And a lot of times they're 30 plus, unless you can do USPS. Exactly, Kyle. It's just crazy. Okay, good luck all. Racky coming up next. Box 10, Series 37, 2 points. Oh, jeez. Missed the mark there. Yeah, there's sometimes there's nothing you can do, so that's going to get damaged. Unless you can, like, walk it up to where you're going. Trying to think. Still didn't quite see the auto. Who I have on this style. 3, 2, 1. We've got a Kansas City Chiefs flash. It looked like a blaze when I was looking through it, but obviously not a blaze. I've only ever seen one Chiefs blaze, and it's here at my house now. That was after. Detroit is last team standing? That's right, because it was San Fran, Kansas City, and I guess Detroit. And we hit San Fran last night. Kansas City now. So how many people had Detroit? If you're here, stand up, take a bow, I guess. I think it's multiple, right? We still have to do a draw off for that, which I hate, but who had Kansas City? Kansas City, Jonathan R. Jonathan R, Kansas City. 5 people had Detroit. Wow. Kyle, did you have Kansas City? Oh man, at the doorstep. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's right. I've had this one in there for a while. I don't think I've ever, maybe once we've had him before. Old-time Hall of Famer here, JSA certified. That is Willie Lanier. All because you talked about his broken frame. Now I broke his dreams. I know. Broke his frame, broke his last team standing. Kyle, I'm sorry. Get a box of flaming dog poop in the mail. Thomas, Steve Albers, Shane, Mark Bell, Nathan Rounds. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do when there's 5 of you. I guess we just do the combo spot, and each, I think we do 6 teams per person, and then may the best person win, right? We'll keep combo as it is, and then 2 of the combo teams. That's 6 times 5. Jonathan, nice hit. Willie Lanier, Hall of Fame 86. Don't know if we've had him before. Once at the most. This might be the first time. I've been in the series for a while as well. I did grab 2 boxes off lower levels, so that's probably one of the 2. I'm a Bengals fan. Some of you guys have been tortured. Two points as well. I think that's Mark concurring with you. Jonathan R. Willie Lanier. Anyone have a whole checklist of everything I've ever pulled? We pulled Lanier and 5,000 helmets. 2-pointer, Jonathan. It's not much, but it's honest work. 2 points. That does pop you from 5th place into 4th place. We're keeping track of that. Right on the doorstep of some of the freebies. Okay, box 49, series 37. Can we pull a 49er in box 49? I always think of that when we see 49. You're welcome, or sorry if I jinx you or hurt you on this one, whoever has the Niners. Ooh, I see the autograph staring right at me. I know this one. I know this one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We've got an Eclipse. For the Indianapolis Colts with a visor. I said 0, Wonka. I'm going to tag Hendrickson. I kept seeing news of George Pickens to the Packers, which was like, oh, he's good, but then the Cowboys tagged him, right? Who had Indy? Indy was Zach B. Zach B hitting a Colts replica Eclipse with a visor. Needs a QB is a problem. He does. We know who that is. I think we went from hitting no Peytons last series to 2 Peytons this series, 3 Mannings. We had Archie the other night, maybe just Eli left, unless we pulled him earlier. Wowza. Zach, congrats. Peyton Manning. I feel like it's been a little bit. I know we just saw him on Denver, but Colts, that is. Fanatic certified Peyton Manning, white paint pen. Great hit, Zach. Visor on there as well. And I said 0 points. Bill's wrong putting him in the back, but we're going to put him back there for now. Okay, tag as long as it's followed by a trade for Max Crosby. Pack would work, yeah. Sounds like he's staying with Dallas, though. Big time hit, nice hit. That is your divisions, right? But the other one wasn't. I think we're at 3, 2, 2, 1. Someone can verify. I think you guys are one of the 2s. The winner is 3 right now. Peyton Manning helped you. This one feels heavy. 3, 2, 2, 1. Yeah, AJ, it's a nice helmet. Especially if you have the Colts spot. 182, Series 37. You guys need AFC South, AFC East here for the game. I know you guys are just hoping for your team to hit so you can win a dang helmet. I know. Would you rather have A.J. Brown or Pickens? On the Packers? Man. A.J. Brown is less of a problem, but he's still a problem right now. Pickens is more talented right now. I'd probably just, if they're both a problem, I'd probably take Pickens. I think I'd probably take Pickens over Brown. Younger, more talented as of right now, but more of a problem. I don't know. Yeah, see, Eric's right on board with me there. Man, I feel like the other day we had a bunch with visors. Today we got a bunch with visors. They come out in pairs somehow. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, they already tagged him, so he's not going anywhere. Didn't he lead the league in receiving yards or receptions, or one of the two? I can't stand these things sometimes. They bug me. Wrong division to hit. Oh, that is the wrong division. Come on, man. Just once. You guys got a 25% chance. Washington. Who had Washington? That is David. David L. Hitting on this one. There is a, I remember it now because of the front of this. There is an extra that comes with this. I've got a different style face mask that I'm going to include with this one, Dave. This one, these like blaze type finish. If they get bumped, they kind of, So I've got another, whoever I bought this from, they gave me another face mask that if you want to replace it with it, you can. So I'm going to include that inside the helmet for you. Washington Classic Authentic. That is Doug Williams. Super Bowl MVP inscription. Kind of holding that off screen. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm so far up here. Doug Williams. Tags don't start until 2. Planning on tagging him. They haven't officially tagged him yet. So maybe the thing I thought that they said that they were going to tag him, but they haven't yet. It sure seemed like it was like a for sure thing. No, nothing wrong with Doug Williams. I'm going to put Mr. Manning up front for now. Dave, nice hit. Nice authentic there, too. Nice hit. 0 Wonka. All right. Congrats, winners on that one. We had Willie Lanier, Doug Williams, and Peyton Manning. Let's do a Radke here, live fill, and then we'll do some licensed jerseys before we sign off. Okay. Super Bowl week, they made a deal out of something everyone knew was going to happen. Really? Okay. George Pickens. Dallas will franchise tag George Pickens according to sources. Expected to place franchise tag on George Pickens. Interesting. I know we got the other Cowboy, didn't even suit up, and then we released him right after the game. Diggs. I don't know what that was all about. All right, let me pull the screen up here. Let's get this one going. Come on, top chat. There we go. Live chat. Okay, Dallas is the first claim for Jason with a random up. If you want a random, you can claim it whenever you want, guys. They are $18 a spot. There will probably be a few. Denver for Jonathan, spot 2. Spot 3, San Francisco for Greg. Spot 4, San Fran's gone. Spot 4, Tampa Bay for Dustin. Pittsburgh, spot 5 for Obi. Spot 6 is Cleveland for Brad. Spot 7 is Detroit for Zach. Bill, just one comment late on Detroit. Pittsburgh's gone as well, Dave. Cincy is there. That's spot 8 for Brant. Dallas is gone. Minnesota is spot 9 for Zach. Spot 10 is Chicago for Dave. Spot 11 is, since he's gone, Denver is gone. Buffalo is 11 for Greg. Miami is 12 for Brad. 13 is Philly for, where did I go? David. 14 is Green Bay for Bill S. Kind of like Burrow being traded to the Vikings. Yeah. But they keep talking about it. There must be like some sort of traction a little bit to get that rumor so strong. That'd be crazy. Do you have a Boomer helmet? I think I have one here. I don't have one on my PC. There are certain players I'm picky about styles going into the PC, which sounds stupid when you have as many helmets as I have, but it's true. Buy 2 randoms. Okay, Brian's going to grab. I think there was only one, actually. Now there's 2 because Joseph's grabbing Kansas City. I think the other random was a late one, right? Yes. So Kansas City's number 15. Joseph and Brian's going to grab that random and this random. Kansas City. Detroit is gone. AJ. Jacksonville, spot 16. That will close us. The player leaving the Packers, I mean, besides Rodgers, the one that bugged me the most was Devontae Adams. He was my favorite player when he left. That one bugged me, and he still is fantastic. So I still think of him from time to time. Love it if he could like end his career in Green Bay somehow, but probably not. Guys, we're full. I appreciate the claims there. Both randoms were bought. Licensed jerseys next. Those three names are the ones I read were the newbies. That's Steve Young, Christian Gonzalez, and Josh Morrissey on the reverse retro. Not a common jersey, so I think that's a fun one to put in there. I had a Morrissey, and I don't have it anymore on the PC. I don't know what happened to it. I think I traded it away. I need one back. Okay, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Seattle on top, Arizona on bottom. Almost pasted in the wrong spot. Okay, let's read these off. Jason, you have Dallas. You sold your random to Brian. That's Seattle. Jonathan R. Denver and New Orleans. Greg, San Fran, Washington. Dustin, Tampa, Houston. Obi, Pittsburgh and the Giants. Brad, Cleveland and Tennessee. Zach, Detroit and the Jets. Brant, you have Cincy and Baltimore. Zach B, Minnesota, Indy. David L, you have Chicago and Los Angeles Rams. Greg, Buffalo, New England. Brad, Miami, Vegas. David L, Philly, Atlanta. Bill S, Green Bay and the Chargers. Joseph, Kansas City. Brian bought your random, and that's Carolina. And then AJ, you had Jacksonville and Arizona. I don't think I missed anybody else putting up randoms. If I did, I'm sorry. I don't think so. Okay, we open box 8, right? If my memory is correct. So let's get these numbers here. I think this is updated. You guys got it. Is Boomer Helmet up for trade? If I have one, I could look at trading it, yeah. It's not a PC helmet, so it would need to be traded for something that I perceive to be equal for the series down the road. But let me get one first. I've had them on and off, obviously. I know we had them on a specialty not long ago. I don't know if it's in the series, if it already hit, if it's in the reserves, but. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Box 4 is what we're rolling with on this one. Both in that same first row. Box 4 just went down one slot because we opened box 8. Easy peasy. Okay, let me get rid of box 4 on the list. Right here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Box 4. Good luck all. I'm going to copy the licensed jersey since that's the one I forget to do the most, but it's there today. We'll open this. We'll congratulate. We'll recap what it is, and then I'll say we're posting the jerseys, and we'll do those. That's how we'll end tonight. Tomorrow, the starters are oh, we did our last baseball last week, so maybe we'll start the juiced baseballs again, which I really like. And then we have the Hall of Fame Pick Your Player jersey, which I think is a fun series too, cheaper one. So those will probably be the 2 starters that drop tomorrow for Wednesday. Next week, I might be gone on Wednesday, guys. We might do a Tuesday thing. I might be driving down or flying down south to play a round of golf for a rain check that we got. We went and played in St. George last year at an expensive course, and it snowed on us. And the caddy said, this is the first time I've ever seen snow on this course in 10 years. Or down here in the city. That course isn't 10 years old. So I have a rain check. We're going to go try to use it. I might be gone this weekend too, going with the family somewhere. So schedule might change a little bit, but I'll let you guys know. If we do Monday, Tuesday next week, I'll let you guys know. But I don't know why I'm telling you that now. It just came into my head. We still have Wednesday this week. Probably going to drop Fire Factory and stuff for Saturday, but I'll let you know. Box 4. I'm getting ahead of myself. Starters are tomorrow. We still have this and jerseys. So wish me luck that it doesn't snow in a place where it never snows again. The one time I go spend money to play golf at a nice course. I'm a golf. I'm not one of those guys that goes and plays places where you get caddies. So it was like a first time experience for me. It was kind of cool. And I had to get a rain check. So before you say, oh, fancy Al, I'm not really. I like to play anywhere. But I don't want to let that credit expire that's down south. That's expensive. You have a year to use it. It's almost been a year. Okay, good luck all. Here we go. Man, this here we go. 3, 2, 1. This style, we've seen it. I didn't see the player. My brain goes to the same player, which it's hard to be mad about. But did we pull him again? I absolutely love these rivalry helmets. I think we had one last double case, and maybe it was 2 double cases ago. Is this you're happy the Seahawks won last night? I didn't really know who I was rooting for. I was kind of pulling for the Pats, but I didn't really care. Dolphins rivalry. I think this helmet's awesome. It looks flat blackish to me, like a flat black helmet. 305. Is it Dan the Man again, or did someone else start signing these? Who had Miami first off? Was it Acclaim or random? It was Acclaim. Breaking Brad had Miami. Brad, let's see if you get Dan the Man, who we've seen the most on these, or if someone else started signing them. 3, 2, 1. Hard to be mad at getting him again. I think I said that about Breeze too. It's like, I'll take any Breeze or Dan or whoever like that you want to give me. Great hit. Nice orange ink on this one too. Dan Marino. Hard to complain pulling Peyton and Dan back to back. Not really back to back. I lied. That's in between. Brad, great hit. If this ends up in your series, which who knows if it will or not, don't tell anybody but me, okay? Dill. I do have a pretty good history of hitting Dan with Brad. And a lot of times they've been on like randoms too, which is kind of crazy. I have luck with Dan Marino and Eli Manning with Brad and a few other big names. Drew Brees, I don't know what it is. Congrats, Brad, Dan Marino. Let's run a license series here. Enough blabbing now. There it is. I've had this water out too long. It's not even cold anymore. I'm going to have to go trade it for a cold Diet Coke here soon. Okay, let me top chat it, live chat it, see where we're going here. Looks like we have some work to do here. Maybe we're in the 12, 13 range, somewhere in there, so probably fine, but let me see where we're at. Okay, Greg, I got you with Rice. Larry, Shaq. I guess if there's no duplicates, maybe they'll be closer than it appears. Bird, Mark, I have you just ahead of Mike on Bird. Sorry, Mike. I know what you're thinking, Mike, looking at the list here. I don't know if you were here that day. The impossible happened. Mark has Bird. Draisaitl. Going to Brett. Try to keep my thoughts to myself on which jerseys I like in the series. Draisaitl will forever and always be one of my favorite jerseys, no matter what the style. He was holding the flag for Germany. He was one of the flag holders at the Olympics. Not that that matters. It's cool, though. Garnett, KG, going to Jonathan. I thought that was a fun addition, too. 6 is Chucky for Brian. 6 is Chucky for Brian. 7 is Frazier. 4, Craig. 8 is Marino. See if we can get back-to-back Marinos for Greg. 9 is Yager for Jason with some randoms of it. If you want to buy a random, they're $10, guys. I lost my place. Yager, there it is. Spot 10 is Brian Urlacher for Larry. 11 was Steve Smith Sr. for Greg. 12 is Stamkos for Brian. So is Kane. 13 for Brian. When I went and looked back at those, Brian, I was fully expecting Stammer and Kane to be the oldest too, but they're not even close. There's a few that are. I think the oldest jerseys we have in the series are from August, so it's not as bad as I thought. I know we had Jefferson was almost a year old. There's a couple from August, a couple from September, a few more from October, November, and the rest are December, January. So not too bad. Yeah, Mike, see, Max came out. You had him 45 times before we just assumed he wasn't in there. 13 claimed, is that right? Patty Kane. 14 is Yunt. Robin Yunt. Oh, thank you, Larry. I'll catch up to that comment there. I put him on the wrong spot. I did. I need to start checking that before I run every time anyways, because I do that frequently. These are so small when I type and I'm looking down at the computer. Yunt Aginla is number 15 for Brett. And Brett, you hit another, maybe it's, I guess it was Jake that hit the non-hockey, but you hit a non-hockey on Saturday too, Brett. I know you're always claiming hockey, but getting them non-hockey randoms. 16 was Giannis for Zach. 17 is Lindros for Mike. And I've got this one on the wrong spot. Yeah, Gates. You hit the old Gates. And I said, that's been in for a little bit. And when I went and checked, it's been in for 1 week. Good grief. And we got a Charger, I think. Herbert's been in there a lot longer than that. Good grief. AJ Vince Carter. What did I end on? 17, 18 is Vince. Was it for Jake Plummer? Yeah, I don't have a Jake Plummer here now, I don't think. I hit a Jake Plummer slate, or I was trying to hit one. I don't know if I traded it or I was trying. I never got it, but then it came out the other day again on someone else's stream and reminded me that I would love to have a Jake Plummer slate for the Cardinals, but I don't. Okay, we're 2 away, guys. I'll start showing some pictures here in a second. I think they're updated. Let's just start doing that now. One away. There's JSN. I think JSN's in the bottom 4th as far as oldest. Deion Sanders on the Reds. I actually saw one mark, and it went double the price that I wanted to pay for it, so I backed off of it. But Big Allen did everybody. Oh, did you? Yeah. I don't remember that, but I buy a lot of helmets. 1 spot left to close us. I'll just read off a few of these until we get it closed. Christian Gonzalez, my opinion, the Patriots MVP. Josh Morrissey, we're closed. Jamar Chase. Thank you, guys. You can always look through there. 19 is JSN. 4. Zach. Jamar Chase back in. There's another guy that's been in several times, and it won't be his last. Yeah, I like Jake Plummer too. I think I'd want him on Arizona. Looks like a 0, but I guess that isn't a. All right, guys, let's get some randoms going here. Reminder, there'll be 4 solos. The last 4 names on the 7th roll, they're $10 a piece. As soon as you see them, you can call them out one at a time. This is our last break of the night. Thanks for hanging out with me. Semi-regular timing. Usually try to go for 2 hours, and we're usually a little after that. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Solos are Chipper Jones, Karl Malone, Sam Reinhart, Kevin Durant. The one I tried to write down first. Come on. Share this tab. IP, what the? Oh, did I copy too far down? What the freak? Okay. I always liked Jones. Chipper going to Dustin. Reinhardt going to Nick. Jones. KD going to Zach. Craig grabbing Malone. The rest of those are a little behind or a little off. Remember to refresh your screen if you think you're ahead of someone else. It probably happens every single break, but if you don't go to live chat, it won't show you the correct order. I'm not making up the order, I promise. Unless I am, and you guys just don't check me. Buy Fedorov if for sale. Who had Sergey? Jonathan S. has Fedorov. If you want to sell Fedorov to Nick, Jonathan, let him know. Bowers and McCutchen for trade. I'm going to read off who has who here in just a second. Okay, Greg, you have Rice, McKinnon, and Young. Larry V, Shaq, DK, Metcalf, and Wilkins. Mark M, you have Bird, Thornton, and Matsui. Brett, Draisaitl, Fuhr, and Starks. Jonathan S, Garnett, Howard, and Fedorov. Brian W, Gruden, Dent, and DeGrom. Craig, you have Frazier, Jeffrey, Evans. Greg, Marino, Adebayo, and Love. Jason T, Yager, Bowers, and McCutchen. Larry V, Urlacher, Herbert, and Gensel. Greg, you have Steve Smith Sr., Mitchell, and Gonzalez. No. Brian W, Stammer, Canseco, Wilson, Kane, Henry, Beckham. Bill, you have Yunt, Dawson, and Pittman. Brett G, you have Iginla, Kopitar, and Carlson. That is a $3 off spot, Brett. So if you haven't paid yet, take $3 off that. Zach, Giannis, Bagwell, Woodson. I think Woodson's pretty old too, so this is an older line. Mike, Lindros, Morrissey, Collins. AJ, you've got Carter, Weber, and Eichel. Zach, JSN, Bettis, and Mikko Rantanen. Kevin, you have Chase, Scherzer, and Boggs. Dustin claimed Chipper Jones. Craig claimed Malone. Nick claimed Reinhardt, and Zach claimed Durant. Okay, let me get through these. Buy Fedorov if for sale. Did he answer? Buy Starks if for sale. Jonathan, let him know if you want to sell Fedorov to Nick F. Jonathan S has Fedorov. Bowers, Jason T, I'll buy Bowers. Looking to trade right now. Okay, if he sells, I'll let you know. Bowers, Jason, buy Starks if for sale. Who has Starks? Brett G has Starks. Brett, do you want to sell Starks to Jonathan? I'll buy McKinnon if for sale. McKinnon is Greg. Greg, if you want to sell McKinnon, let him know. I don't think I saw one there. Looking to trade. Both randoms for sale on Craig's side. That is Alshon Jeffrey and Mike Evans. Did you say they're both for sale or yeah, they're both for sale? Craig, buy Evans. Okay, so Evans going to Greg. Both randoms for sale. Metcalf, Wilkins, Herbert, Gensel for sale. Metcalf, Wilkins, Herbert, Gensel for sale. Buy Herbert, says Zach. Evans is gone. Deal Greg. What was the Greg offering? Craig, I'll buy Evans. I already got that one. Okay. Here's Zach. Good luck. Got that one. Craig, I'll buy Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey going to Greg. Or no, that's not who said it. Craig, buy Evans. Buy Evans. Buy. Craig, I'll buy Jeffrey. That's Obi. I read one line down. Sorry. Orange. It's going to Craig. Sorry. Obi. Buying it from Craig. I'll buy Jeffrey. Morrissey for Bowers, Jason. Jason, do you want to trade Brock Bowers for Josh Morrissey reverse retro? Howard is for sale. Jason says pass. Is that the trade? Okay. Brett says sell Starks. Okay. So Starks going to Jonathan. Dill sold Jonathan. Hold on. Let's read. Pulled everything down. Pass. Sell Starks. Dill. Pass on McKinnon. Okay. Jonathan Stewart is Fedorov for sale. Yeah, Nick, you got him. Okay. Gotcha, Nick. Buy Starks. Trade for Fedorov. It was sold. Sold Jonathan. Okay. Dill Obi. That was Jeffrey, right? Yep. Thanks. Good luck. How are you doing, Zach? Yeah, Nick, you got him. Thanks, Jonathan. Good luck. Eichel for sell, AJ. AJ, do you want to sell Jack Eichel? I don't know if the rest have been answered, but I've caught up in reading them. If you want to sell Jack Eichel Golden Knights Adidas to Nick, let him know. Bill B says he'll buy Gensel. That one's already up, so we're good. That's a Lightning. Running out of colors. Purple. That's too dark of a purple. You can't even read that. McCutcheon's up for sale. No, trade. Bowers is up for trade. Dwight Howard is up for sale. Metcalf and Dominique Wilkins are up for sale. That's where we're at. Here's Bill. Good luck. Okay. So DK, Wilkins, and Howard are up for sale. Bowers and McCutcheon are up for trade. I'll roll the bingo balls now. I'll grab boxes. We'll still talk about if anything trades or sells here. I'm dogging it, man. I'm not going to make it to the end of the night. I think I'm going to have to, but it doesn't feel like I'm going to. I'm not one to complain, but I've had a bad headache for like 6 days straight. Almost to the point where I can I told my wife this and she's like, "You're going to the doctor." I've had a headache for like 6 days now, almost to the point where it feels like I can taste blood on the roof of my mouth, like little hint, which doesn't sound very good, but I'm sure I'm just messing that up and making myself feel that way. But I can't get the headache. Usually I take a couple of those migraine pills, like 3 times a month I get in and I just take and they go away. But I can't get it to go away. It's like 6 straight days. I don't know what's happening to me. Okay, 2 boxes. Right? Yes. So if anybody has any secrets, like go hang upside down from a flagpole or something like that, I'm willing to try it. It's like a sinus infection. Could be. Might be a tumor. Yeah, it could be sinus. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what a migraine is compared to a headache. Probably just a worse headache. But I take that Excedrin migraine a couple times a month when I get them, which is not that often. But it's been every day for almost a week now, so I don't know what it is. And the pills don't help it go away. It's just kind of always there. Maybe I need to drink more water, although I've been drinking a bunch at night. But I can feel it now. 27-7. It's not a tumor. There you go. I showed that before I saw your comment. Girls have a, boys have a penis. My daddy's a doctor. It's a migraine. Try laying in a dark room. Well, I do that every night. Dark, cold room. 27 and 90. 90. Kindergarten Cop, one of the best movies of all time, by the way. Dominic. I love that show. I just watched Twins the other night too with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Show's funny, man. Stupid, but it's funny. All right, guys, we've got, what was the trade that someone offered? Metcalf for Mikko Rantanen. DK Metcalf is Larry. Mikko Rantanen is Zach. Zach, do you want to trade Mikko Rantanen Stars Fanatics Premium for DK Metcalf Seahawks? I know, Nick. When they're doing the, what does your dad do? Oh, man. Zach, if you want to trade Metcalf for Rantanen, let him know. And then if AJ wants to sell Jack Eichel, let us know. Those are the last two pending, and then I'm going to grab boxes here in a second. And then again, if you want to buy Metcalf, Wilkins, or Howard, you can. We're going to keep Eichel. Okay. Zach, if you're here still and you want to trade Rantanen for DK, that's the last one out there pending as well, I think. So. Okay, I think the rest of those are going to probably stay where they're at. I'll leave it up just in case you want to look at it. I'm going to grab 27 and 90. From Paris with Love. I don't think I've seen that one. Okay, I think everything else is staying where it's at, guys. One, two, three, four, five, 6 sold. A couple randoms. Better than Broken Arrow. All right, final break of the night, guys. that did help you. I just realized. AFC East is 3. Think you're 1 away. 4, 3, 2, 1. You could tie here. You can win it, I guess, if they're both AFC East South. I don't know how many AFC East South we have in the series. Do we at least have one we can hope for? AFC East South. Gonzalez is East. Wilson East. There's a couple. Those might be the only 2. Nico Collins, there's 3. Okay, we hope for it. Okay, 2790, 2790. We're good. Thanks for joining, guys, hanging out tonight. Well, that color kind of gives it away. Any way to make the 3-box live fill a 4-box being that the 2-box pick one random has gone away? You know, I thought about that. Part of it is I could probably still do a 2-box at the end of the night. I kind of got into a habit where I end on the jerseys because I get a little tired by this time, and I know I stay up late. We could, or I could just stop being a baby and we could do another 2-boxer. But we could talk about that. I kind of like the idea of going from 4 to 3, especially on the days when the 4 takes a while to fill up and it seems like it's going to take a while. 3 is a little easier, but that's a good idea. I will think about it. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. That color is pretty obvious. We know who that is. We know what sport that is. Sometimes I see a color and I can't tell who it is yet. That one stands right out. That's right. It's a Marlin. I think it's a oh, it does have a nameplate. All these baseball jerseys don't have a nameplate. Andre Dawson on one of his smaller teams, right? West Time played. I do love this jersey. I was happy when I saw it and picked it up. Andre Dawson, MLB. This is a Mitchell & Ness authentic. You know what I mean when I say that. It's the authentic labeled version of the Cooperstown collection, Mitchell & Ness. Sorry, backwards better, Al, not forwards. You can see it better. Andre Dawson. I have not looked who has it. Give me a second. There's your Marlin on the sleeve. It's a good idea, Jonathan. I think the thing that I think is that people like the pick one random one 2-boxer, but people also like the pick the team style. I just don't know which one's better to hold on to. To do another 4-boxer or to do like a couple 2-boxers instead of a 3-boxer. I don't know. Done the 3-box live fill for so long, a few years probably. Who had Dawson? Hold on. Don't think I saw him offered up for trade or anything like that. Why don't I see it? There it is. Andre Dawson is the first random on the Robin Yount line. I was going to say, thought you maybe had 3, but Pittman is the 3rd. Bill S. hitting Andre Dawson. Marlins, Mitchell & Ness. Nice hit, Bill. Don't think you've ever claimed him, but he was given to you in random, and you're getting a hit on that one. Baseball, that doesn't help you, so you got one shot to tie it here. Bill, nice hit. Okay, box 90. See, like this one, I can tell the sport. I can't tell what team it is yet. 3, 2, 1. It's kind of up towards the top of the box. A little bit thicker jersey. We're going NHL here. Now I know. We've had a few alternates like this for Mr. Ovechkin. This is his teammate. This is the guy that I still need in my PC too. I know. I buy him. Why not keep him? Not really how I operate all the time. And this is this is the one that the player, I don't think it's the same style, but the player that I forgot earlier on East Coast. Almost like a slap in the face for me messing up, huh? Good grief. John Carlson. Let's look who has him before I start wasting time. Not claimed. See, we hit 2 randoms in East Coast, 2 randoms in Big Al's. Where's all the claimed jerseys? Sheffield would be cool in that jersey. I don't see a ton of him. John Carlson. There it is. Hey, on the only discounted line, too. Brett, you had a Ginla, Kopitar, Carlson. I was just saying you get randoms and you hit non-hockey. This time you hit a hockey random. Go on to Brett. John Carlson, alternate, our second alternate hockey jersey of the day. Do love this style. I've had this jersey for a long time. It was up towards the top of my picture list of my little album of pictures for licensed jerseys. Up at the very top of it, but it's such a beautiful jersey. A patch, Washington Capitals, alternate Adidas Pro, all caps up there on the top. Says all caps. It's not all in caps. I guess it is all in caps as well, but fight strap. We've had a few Ovies as options. I think the Ovi and the roulette, which is still not full, by the way. If you want to join the roulette for hockey, I think there's only 10 spots left. They're just $20 a spot, 17 spots total. Roulette, just like the full size, but there's Ovechkin, there's Cole Caulfield, there's I can't remember. Draisaitl hit already, but who are the other big names that we have on that? Clayton Keller is one of the options. I just added Sebastian Aho, Hellebuck. Anyways, just win, and then you see what jersey you land on. Pick which one you like the best underneath those. That's still open. We're here. Let's just take a look. I hate people joining and me not pushing it or talking about it, and it sits there for days, so that's my bad. But let me just show you real quick here. Since we're chatting about it now, then we'll do a quick recap. There it is. We have 7 of the 17, so 10 left. Oh, McKinnon, I forgot. Ovechkin, McKinnon, Caulfield, Aho, Keller on the Arizona alternate. Horrible pitcher. Hellebuck, Chelios, Hischier, Zibanejad, Stone, Panarin, Demko, Batherson, Olmark, Eichel, another bad pitcher. DeBrincat, Nichols, Sergachev. You guys know how the roulettes work. You find a winner first, then we put all these names into a thing. The winner picks the number of spins, whatever it lands on the top. Like if it lands on Chelios, you can pick anything from Chelios down. If it lands on Ovechkin, you can pick Ovechkin or anything down. If it lands on Bernie, you can only pick between Bernie and Sergachev. Anyways, that's still open. If you want to join the hockey one, it's on the page. Bunch of fun choices there. Some from IPC, some from reserves. Anyways, a little shout out. I said I was going to do it earlier and I forgot. Brett, great hit. Congrats on the John Carlson. I don't like the Sharpie on the bag, so I'll put that on the back side. Quick recap, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Some fun stuff coming out of everything, really. A little bit of third party, a little bit of Big Al's. Breece Hall, RPA, football patch, and a jersey patch. Number to 49, on card, rookie card. That was Vlad Jr. Nice headliner there. Jerseys from East Coast were Jacob Dobish and I already forgot the other one. Andrew Mangiapane on the new alternate. Full sizes from Radke, OBJ, and Dan Marino. And Big Al's was the rest. Rondé Barber Rave, AJ Green Flash, Kyle Pitts Slate, Dan Fouts Flash, Willie Lanier Flash, Peyton Manning Eclipse, Doug Williams Authentic Classic. Jerseys tonight were Andre Dawson and John Carlson. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. If anything's staying here, let me know. Better luck or keep your luck going on Wednesday if you're around. Tuesday starters will be probably a juiced baseball. Pick your player style with multi-sport guys in there, and then the Hall of Fame jersey. Okay, guys, have a great night. We'll see you on Wednesday if you're around. Appreciate you hanging out with me.